Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build some model kits and a Lego set and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Baer Cave, the Lego, the site, the tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you're not yet a subscriber, or you'll never be one. You'll never be one. You can just say hi or use other people's emotes. Or if you want to be a lurker, if you are not interested in hanging out, in conversation and chat, but you just want to watch the stream while you're doing other stuff or while you're building something, be a lurker. That's okay too. You're here. I love that. We got Bobby Dice Roller coming in before we even really kicked off. John is here. Aristophan is here. Ghost Val is here. Welcome everybody. And we got Lashbrook is here. Hello Lashbrook. And Jeff says, exciting. I've been rewatching save points of the past and have loved when you stop by. Yes, the waypoint, now remap, save points were a highlight. I mean, I like hanging out with people that I admire, people that I consider dear friends. You know, I guess, you know, like colleagues is a word I could use for the people that I don't have like a personal relationship with, but like we're all in this weird mess of entertainment together. Colleagues is probably a good word for that. But yeah, always fun. Obviously, save points also were for charities that I fully support and have engaged with myself. So it's like, fuck yeah, always want to come in and hang out with them. They were kind. When I lived in Brooklyn and they worked in Brooklyn, it was very easy to go stop by, which is why on the 72-hour thing, I went at very late at night because I was like, whatever, walk home. That's fine. This is still earlier than when I work at night, so sure. Those were a dream. I'm glad you're here. And I know the archival work has been happening out there, which is great that people are trying to make sure that a lot of that stuff is going to exist. People have been doing the work. I would say Discord is a great place if you're like, yeah, there's a video I really want to see if somebody has. It's like join a Discord and ask. I'm sure somebody will help you out. Bobby just gifted a bunch of subs, which is so lovely. Thank you so much, Bobby. I'll read those names in just a second. But let's throw the Baer Cave, the Lego, and the Scythe tier 2 blue emote if you want to throw that in there. And then I will read some names. Bobby, you have donated so many subs to the community. I appreciate that very much. It's very kind of you. Thank you for that. Because we have, yes, a Bobby to Bobby. Yes, that's right. Because we got Bobby Venom got a sub. So it's a Bobby to Bobby, which is very nice. And Skeletal Wing and Condition Bleen and I Am Lee Chin and Tony the Swordsman. Now, we're never going to know if Lee Chin is Lee Chin. They say I Am Lee Chin, but are they? We'll never know for sure. I'm going to see an AEW show in August. What do I need to know, says Bobby. One of the most important things to know is that they, for all accounts, do a very lovely live show. There will be something before or after the thing that you were there to see. Most likely, there will be something that happens directly after it to warm you up, to get you in the mood. That could be something for Ring of Honor. They could be doing Ring of Honor ahead of time. It could just be a pure dark match that has no meaning and does not matter for anything. It's just like, here's a couple wrestlers who aren't in the card tonight. They're going to wrestle to kind of get you in the mood. And then AEW will do their show. They'll either do Dynamite and then Rampage after that, or they will do a full Ring of Honor taping and then Collision, or maybe they'll do a full Ring of Honor taping after Collision. We don't know yet because Collision hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened soon, so we're not sure what that's going to be. But you'll see some wrestling. What can I tell you? If you are very close to the ramp, sometimes those flames for certain wrestlers do kick off some fucking heat. And the fireworks explosions are louder than you think they'd be. I'll tell you that. That's my general from just going to live wrestling. That's a general thing there. Depending on where you are, people might not sit down that are in front of you. That is my least favorite thing in wrestling. Is like, hey, entrances. Jon Moxley's coming in through the crowd. Yeah, get on your feet, see what's up. But when it's just like wrestling is happening, sometimes people are just like, I'm going to stand the whole night. I bought a seat, but I don't need it. And it's just like, come on, sit down. Your tickets are close to the ramp. Yeah, so you might, being close to the ramp, you may feel some heat from like the flames that kick up for certain wrestlers, or for the big fireworks to happen for certain wrestlers. Yeah, you might get a little bit of that. But mostly, live wrestling is really fun. The vibes are good at live wrestling. Even the weirdest companies have like crowds that love them. Like I've always said, like Impact Wrestling, TNA Wrestling has had some very high highs and a lot of low lows. But even the lowest lows, the diehards that lived in Florida and would go every week for their TV really loved Impact and tried their best to will it to be a good show. So live crowds, always fun for wrestling. Occasionally they're a little tired. But yeah, I mean, like, it's a fun atmosphere. So I hope you have a good time. But yeah, I think that's about it. Because I have not been to an actual AEW show. I am relating to you from my live experience going to WWE shows and going to Ring of Honor and lots of independent shows. But I don't have actual experience with AEW because they're like, the closest they've been to me is like 2.5 hours from where I'm at. Because I moved to New York before they started doing New York, so I never got to see them because due to COVID and such. So I never had a chance to see them in New York, and I don't want... If I wanted to get 2.5 hours from here, it would be like an affair, like an all-day affair and an all-night affair for me and other people, and that's just not feasible for me right now. Last week says, expect to be like 5 hours for the whole thing. Yeah, depending on what show you're going to, expect you got the 2-hour broadcast. You've got maybe, if it's Dynamite, you got Rampage taping. Unless there's a special event, normally you have a Rampage taping. And then there'll be something in between or something ahead of it. They do two tricks. If they've got like hot talent, they'll just immediately go in. They'll change the staging and immediately go into Rampage to try to keep the momentum. If they have if it's just like an off night, they might throw in a match in between or have like Kenny Omega come out to talk to the crowd or whatever. Kind of keep the momentum going. It's a Rampage taping. I think it's in Columbus. Oh, nice. Yeah. So you'll see some stuff before it. You might see some stuff after it. They'll try to keep you excited and keep the energy up, and you have a great time in August. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to reply to my tweet. We're going to the overhead here. We are finishing the Countach, the Lamborghini Countach, which I am trying to save without a silly accent. It's your favorite car. Nice, Jess. That's awesome. It's very blocky in a way that I really love. The choices they made of how to do the lights with all these like weird, like obviously not perfect, but like, oh yeah, these move. Like these whole segments move. Like they had to work hard. The Lego engineers had to work hard to get this to look like the car. Unfortunately, the doors do not move, but that's fine. It's fine because they got the angles looking pretty damn good. I got 2 more stickers to put on here. I got to put stickers on right over here. So we'll put those on there on the hood. We'll get those 2 stickers on, and then we will continue to put a roof on this thing. We don't have a lot left on this kit, but we're going to finish this car, and then we're going to build a Pokemon. We're going to build Cinderace, who's a lovely, sporty, fun Pokemon. And that kit is a Bandai, like an entry grade style kit. There'll be some stickers, no tools required. We'll, of course, use some tools to help us out here and there. And then I think that's going to be... We might not get to Rengoku, but maybe we'll get to Rengoku from Demon Slayer. Well, thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. All right, so I've replied retweeted my own tweet. See if we can get a few more friends here tonight. It's a Saturday. Cinderace is a great build, says Jeff. I did it with my son earlier this year. The Pokemon Quick line is fantastic. They really are. I've had a lot of fun doing those kind of kits. I think like as they've been getting into their entry grade line and their quick line, they've kind of streamlined, Bandai has, the stickers, because I think some of them, like the Common Rider, the stickers are annoying. Deku from My Hero Academia, those stickers are a little annoying. They're getting better. Detective Conan, didn't think those stickers were that bad. So now as we're getting into some of the Pokemon stuff, I think they're figuring out what they can do in plastic and what they definitely shouldn't be doing in plastic. The Rengoku kit has this, and it's gorgeous. This is unbelievable. It is very thin, rubberized plastic, and it does not have a lot of movement in it. It has a lot of movement visually, but its term of build, it does not. But this goddamn cape is unbelievably gorgeous. I don't know if I don't have a lot of room in my display here. I would have to take out, I guess I take out something. But depending on how Rengoku turns out, Rengoku might have to go on display because this cape is just, his cape usually looks like that anyway. Yes, but his cape is just gorgeous. Like, this is just unbelievable looking. And I'm excited about that. It feels like they learned a lot from the many years of the Figure-Rise line, which is great. You want to learn lessons while you are, designing things. So, well, we talked about some wrestling, so we should just kind of get through these really quick. The big things on wrestling came out of SmackDown last night that I want to talk about. And the number one thing I want to talk about is how WWE is doing a thing that, they're doing some stuff in the women's divisions. One of which I'm like, this obviously makes a lot of sense. I think this is a good call. And the other that I'm like, I'm not sure where they're going here. So let's do what I think is the good call. The NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Isla and, oh God, what's her name? Alba Fire, Isla Dawn. They got moved up. They're on SmackDown. So they're already on TV, but they've got the NXT titles. They have been challenged by Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, who are the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. And the tag team belts are going to be unified between those two tag teams. So there'll be unified belts. There'll be one belt, one set of belts, and they will be defended across all three brands, which was the original intention of those belts. And then NXT got their own women's tag belts. And that was at a point where they had a lot of that competition there. And it made sense. Unifying them, which I would hope would mean that by unifying them, you actually did see them doing programs in all three brands. Look, do I think that the Witch and the Dragon are going to win? No. I don't think that Alba and Isla are going to, in what I believe will be their first match on, SmackDown, I don't think they're going to win. Now, they're doing it the night before Money in the Bank in London. So it's the SmackDown before. I believe that SmackDown will be in the United Kingdom. I don't know for sure. If it's being taped next week, they're not winning. If it's being broadcast live from the United Kingdom, these two Scots could win those belts. That's the best shot they got, is a feel-good homecoming, because WWE's got a bunch of Brits and UK folks in matches, but I don't know if any of them are winning it. So, like, Butch is not winning Money in the Bank. Let's be real. I don't think Butch is going to win Money in the Bank. So, like, but he's in it. And it's like, oh, that's cool. And there'll be some other folks that are, like, in it to win it. But, like, they ain't winning. They're not necessarily winning. So, the idea that maybe they would win that would be great. But I don't know. Even though it involves Ronda Rousey, who sucks, that is unfortunately the good news. Because the weird news is WWE has, they have given Asuka a new belt. Asuka was the Raw Women's Champion, but she got drafted to SmackDown. She got drafted to SmackDown. Bianca Belair, who had the title, took the title to SmackDown from Raw. And Rhea Ripley was brought over to Raw with the SmackDown belt. And in the past, they did this, and they just had the champions swap belts and start new reigns, which is silly. So they didn't do that, which is good. Instead, they presented Asuka with a new title, which is cool. That new title is the WWE Women's Championship. Not the SmackDown belt, not the Raw belt, the Women's Championship. It's a new. It's got the white actual belt, which looks very good with the logo. It's got a lot of gold in it. I think it is a smart looking design. I'm not sure how this attaches on here, folks. So I'm going to fiddle with this because there's the roof of this is just these two. Oh, duh. Hey, you know why this didn't fit on right? Because I didn't do a step. That's why. Yes, I do remember the Intercontinental Championship main evented at WWE pay-per-view, so it could be Bret Hart versus the British Bulldog because they wanted that moment. They fought to have that moment. And then, yeah, Bulldog was not in his best mind. So, what does this mean for Rhea Ripley? What are they going to name the SmackDown belt that is currently on Raw? My assumption is they're going to call it the Universal Championship or this is the WWE Women's Championship. So the world title is another name. They could call it the World Champion. I don't know. I do like having belts on both brands. I think that is fine. I like the new design. I think it's in keeping. I did not like the red and blue show-specific belts because I think that is weird. So I do like this. I think that's interesting. The part that also sucks is Charlotte's back. And they literally made a joke of the fact that Charlotte wants a title shot. So we're going to see. I really hate that I'm about. We might see Charlotte beat Asuka in 2 weeks, and that sucks. My only hope is Bianca, who wants a title shot. Again, she wants her title back because she lost through nefarious means. My only hope is that Bianca costs, no, I don't want to fight you later, Charlotte. I want to fight Asuka. And Bianca gets involved. The real hope would be that Asuka just kicks the crap out of Charlotte and pins Charlotte, and that would be wonderful. But I don't want it. So here's the thing. I think that Charlotte is a fine worker. She's a top tier worker. I got no problem saying that. I think she's an excellent worker. I think she is a very good heel because she is a bad babyface. Because she is not a likable person. She does not present herself as a likable person. I'll say that. I don't know if she is unlikable in real life. She does not present herself as a person that you would root for and you could get behind. She is a natural heel. They don't present her as one. I don't know why they don't. She's very good at being a heel. It's weird they don't, but they don't. We're done. We finished it. Countach is complete. We have built this kit. I got a bunch of extra pieces here, which is fine, but here's the Countach. It looks cool. I'm going to take a photo of it. Then we're going to build a bunny. I'm going to build a bunny Pokemon. So I'm going to get my camera, and by camera I mean my phone out, take a photo of this, and then we'll move on to the next thing that we got to do. Nice car, right? I love it. Vroom vroom, cat out of me bum's car. Yeah. I think this turned out really well. I think this is a lovely looking vehicle. I like that you can, you got a driver in there, put the helmet on because they're driving. I think this is a cool looking car. All the decals or decals are nice. These printed hubcaps I think are great. Yeah. The Lamborghini Countach. It is a lovely looking vehicle. And this was sometimes, I will say this. We mentioned how there was like some red parts in this kit appeared orange in the manual, in the booklet, which was weird. And how the booklet wasn't as clear in some parts as I would have liked it to be. So that was kind of frustrating. There were some parts there that I was like, I don't understand what you want from me here. And that's odd. And also, just strange. But it was still a pleasure to build and nice to see. I love the idea of putting these stickers for the lights down here. And then you just flip that down there and then you can see them through the clear. That is a lovely choice. Yeah, this was a great Lego set to put together. Happy that I got to do it. All right, so who are we going to build next? We're going to build... There we go. So we get that. I can delete that. Cinderace. We're moving on to Cinderace. Let me get Cinderace out here. Again, this kit does not require tools, although we will use the X-Acto blade for the stickers because that makes my life easier. Pop that over there. But yeah, this kit does not believe that I am required to use any kind of tools to snap these parts out or to assemble them. So we will take advantage of that. Although, again, we do have some stickers down here for the face, and we will be using our X-Acto blade to apply those as best we can. But let's build the face with B1. So we'll do that. Tools optional. Yes, indeed. These kits are the quick builds are similar to the builds that you would do with what was I going to say? Similar to the entry grade kits, the EG kits. So pretty simple to put together. So that was Wrestle Talk. I think the new belt looks nice. Yeah. All right. Let's do some quick hits, and then we'll spend some time shouting out some games. There's only one quick hit today that I want to chat about, which is there's a Polygon article from a couple days ago that was brought to my attention that I just wanted to mention. I should say before I get into this, I like Polygon. I think Polygon. I know some people are just like, oh, they're not focused on the games. It's like, yeah, they're a website that still exists though. Like they're doing what they need to do to still continue to be a website, and I can respect that, and I appreciate their review stuff and their articles on stuff that you're not into because it's pop culture stuff you don't care about. Totally okay, but their news reporting I think is spot on, and I do often look toward them for summaries of things and such stuff like that. So they put up an article on the 6th, so that would be 2 days ago, called "You Can Finally Watch Gunbuster, one of the most influential anime ever made." And then the subheading is, "Without Gunbuster, there would be no Neon Genesis Evangelion," which is true. Written by Max Colville, who has written a few things for the site, but not a lot. Not one of the regulars. Obviously, this is well, I'll come to my what I think this is later. And this is an article about Gunbuster. It is like an essay about the history of the series and its creation and all of that. And you're like, Pat, why are you bringing this up? What does that have to do with anything? Well, the title of it is "You Can Finally Watch Gunbuster, one of the most influential anime ever made." The article does not tell you where you can watch Gunbuster, one of the most influential anime ever made. How to watch it, if it's streaming anywhere, if there's a Blu-ray out, why this article is out, why this article even exists. There are many links, but none of those links are to a purchase. And that's odd. That was odd enough that somebody brought this to my attention and were like, hey, this is weird, right? And I read the article, which is good. Also, the article does kind of give you an overview of the series, which might be odd if you were like, yeah, I'd like to watch Gunbuster. How do I do that? And that's why you're reading it. If you've already watched the series, then this is like, oh, this is fun to read a personal essay, not personal, but like someone's essay about it. Like, oh, that's fun, because it does get pretty in depth into the series. And there are links to like YouTube videos of like the ending. And so it's like, you know, you might look at that and you go, that's a weird choice. This seems very odd. Why isn't this like, and why is this SEO style headline paired with an article? And this is my thought on it, I should point out. Again, I don't know for sure. This very much to me anyway, well, I'm going to turn my mic down just a notch here. This very much to me feels like Max Colville sold an article, or like a personal blog, or like a Substack article that he wrote about Gunbuster, because Gunbuster is available for purchase for the first, easily purchased for the first time in many years. Made that pitch saying, hey, I wrote this thing about Gunbuster, you know, and probably pitched it to a few sites, IGN, Polygon, you know, a few sites that run Anime News Network, you know, a few sites that pay for people to put things on their website. And he got a link. Now, maybe he thought the editor would include a link to Amazon, because if you go to Amazon.com, you can find Gunbuster Complete Original OVA series on Blu-ray. It came out May 30th. That's why this article exists, because a week ago, the Blu-ray came out. It is $40 in the United States. Because the DVD version on Amazon that someone is just selling is currently set at $348. Sorry, $343. So, because that came out in 2007. So you can understand why someone would want to buy the Blu-ray, which is now $40 with Amazon Prime. So that's my assumption, is just somebody like, either, you know, they were like, hey, do you have anything about any of these new releases from this thing? Like, oh, I have this, you know, piece about how awesome Gunbuster is. What I'm basically saying to you is, my belief is that this is not a malicious thing, that an editor came up with a good, from the standpoint of SEO, title. You can finally watch Gunbuster. Because if you type in how to watch Gunbuster, which is what a lot of people use in Google when they want to find something, they put how to watch Gunbuster. And then it will come up. This will come up pretty early because it's a reputable site that gets a lot of views. It is a popular website. And the title of the article is, you can finally watch Gunbuster. So it has watch in there and Gunbuster. But it is not how to stream or where to stream or Decider. It is not doing that, where it is telling you, like, is linking you to a thing. Which I think is interesting. Why are they doing that? I don't know. Sounds like it wasn't followed through the way it should have been. Yes, Jeff, it is frustrating. This comes down to an editor should have had a note at the top or the bottom saying, like, as of posting or whatever, when this article was posted, Gunbuster is available through on these websites, blah, blah, blah. And even if they had like a link that would, like, you know, kick back and get them a little bit of money, an affiliate link or something, you think there would be there. And it is odd. It is an odd thing that is not there. But I don't think this was like a gotcha This isn't a AI written piece because they were like, here's a list of articles we need. Um, but I do think this is just like a like a personal essay, a Substack thing that somebody just. And you know what? Good for you, Max. You made some money. Polygon for features, articles like this pays pretty damn good, and there are not a lot of websites that pay at all, or that exist anymore to pay. So congrats. Um, but yeah, it is an odd article to. You know what? I'm going to check their Twitter. I wonder if they. Yeah, it's just a freelance person. They have a news. Yeah, they have a Substack. Yep. Uh, let's see. They left Twitter. So I was going to see if they had linked to that. I was going to see if they had linked to this article. Oh, they haven't fully. I don't know. Let me see. Let me just look. Let me just fucking look, everybody. Relax. Let's see if they have linked to this. They have not. I thought, because I was wondering, like, are they going to actually link to the pay, or to the page to buy it? So no, it does not appear they have. Gunbuster. Yes, does not include a link to how to buy it. But at least they seem enthused about it. I don't know. So do you know where you can watch it? I do. As I said, Amazon.com. You can buy the Blu-ray for $40. I believe it is a Discotech Media, so you can buy it from their site, I believe. I will do my due diligence. Let me see if Discotech is selling Gunbuster through their. If Discotech Media is selling Gunbuster, I believe they did this one. So you can't stream it anywhere. You can buy the Blu-ray on Amazon. I know that. And then let's look at the new releases. We've got. They release so many things. They don't have a search. Discotech Media doesn't have like a search for their catalog. They just have the listings of things, which is weird. It's bad, I will say. It's bad that they do that. So I don't know if they did that thing, but like I said, it's on Amazon. It's sold out on Right Stuff, last I heard. That makes sense. But yeah, I believe that is available on Amazon right now. It makes sense that it'll be on Right Stuff. So yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. We're working on the eyes here right now of our bun, and then we're gonna panel line this. I do like panel lining the action figure model kits. I fully believe that it does let things pop, especially because this mouth here there's no sticker for the mouth because it's just a smile. That I do fully believe that a little bit of gray paint there or marker is really gonna brighten things up. So. We'll get these eyes on, and then we will we'll just put a little bit of gray marker, and then we'll do some black around the kind of crown there. Just make this look just a little nicer. I did not watch Day of the Devs live. I recently watched that. I'm not going to go through every game for both Day of the Devs and today's Wholesome Direct. I only watched the Wholesome Direct today. But I'm going to hit like the bigger ones, the things that I thought were really great. If there was something on either of those that I didn't mention, but you thought was rad, you can, of course, let me know, because I always like to hear from y'all about what caught your eye. We got, so the Day of the Devs had 15 games, and then featured. Beastie Ball is probably the big standout for a lot of people. It's the Chicory folks and Wandersong people making a like a turn-based RPG that reminded me a lot of Pokemon, and not just because of the like maybe a little more in depth, like classic turn-based RPG, but it definitely like the creatures and your friends. Basically, you become a volleyball coach, and you put together a team, and it looks incredibly cute and fun. So I think Beastie Ball was an easy standout for the show. Certainly something that I'm going to keep my eyes on. Let's see, what else can I tell you about? Hyperlight Breaker had a gameplay trailer, which looks cool. Some sites have gotten previews of that game, I believe in like March, and that is shaping up to look really nice. It is entering early access this year. It's a co-op roguelite, and that's a roguelike. I'm bad at that. I think it's a light. I think it is a light, but it is a co-op game and looks interesting. So that might be worth you taking a look at. A lot of the stuff I'm going to be talking about here have demos on Steam. You can just find them. You can find the pages and take a look at them. By like showcase, you can find those. So totally worth doing some investigation to try to find the thing that I'm talking about here, if what I'm talking about appeals to you. All right, I'm going to hit this with an eraser. I'm going to do around our crown here, and then we'll do the eraser. Let's see, other ones. Cart Life it's based on the Cart Life game from 2014 that was removed from Steam, or in 2014, and the source code was out there, and so they're like using it as a base, and then writing like new story stuff and new art. And it's weird. It's just weird that it exists. This new Cart Life is a weird passion project, and it's odd. I don't know. I'm kind of into it. I don't think I didn't play Cart Life, so I don't have a lot to say about that. But like, I don't know. This is an interesting idea to take that and see what's up. Hellskate is a it's like a Tony Hawk game. It's another Tony Hawk game where you're like, but it's like demons, and it's a roguelite, and I don't understand how it's a roguelite too much. I looked at it and I was like, no, I don't think I want to. It's going to be out in early access next year. It was one of those things where I'm like, oh, this seems no. And that's always an odd feeling in a trailer when you're like, when you get really hyped about a thing and then you're like, but wait, actually, do I think this looks cool? I'm actually not sure. The premise seems cool, but I don't know if the game seems cool. Hey, the name of this game fucking rules. Henry, half head. It's a sandbox game. The main character has half a head. And you have to do... The idea is to try to do quote-unquote normal things, but everything's kind of fucked up. It seems pretty neat. I don't know if I'm selling it well, but it seems pretty cool. Summerhill feels like a game that like people I really respect and admire. It'll be like their, number 4 game of the year, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I never actually checked that out, but that did seem neat. It's about a shepherd and their dog, and it's like a folktale kind of vibe. It seemed beautiful. It seemed like a sad game. They got to rescue sheep. I don't know. It seemed like one of those games where you're gonna be like feel something, and I am not opposed to that. But it definitely was like, oh, I bet a couple people I know are really gonna vibe with it. I thought the trailer was very effective in that way of making me feel like what the deal was, which is good. Um, Eternights is a dating it it's an otome game dungeon crawler. And that is a fun premise. I like the idea. I've enjoyed in the past, and I continue to enjoy the premise of it's a dating sim, but also it's a dungeon crawler. Like, yeah, you know what? Fuck yeah, sure, please, sounds great. And looks pretty good too. Uh, I'm sad enough already, says Bobby. Bobby, I understand that there are people that are merely looking for escapism. I mean, they're not looking for bummer games, right? Like I'm gonna play the shit out of when it finally comes out. Um, Goodbye Volcano High, and that's gonna fucking bum me out. And I understand why other people would be like, no, thank you. Totally understand that. I mean, I'm the guy that let's see here. Wait, line up stickers. There's a sticker that has to go on the back of this here. Okay. Line up stickers with the shapes. I gotta put sticker number 9 on the back of this. I understand that, right? Like I don't love all media that focuses on sad events. Like that's not necessarily my favorite thing. I don't like watching things where children are in peril. Just don't. So like Promise Neverland. I did not finish that series. I don't think I ever will. I know that people fucking love that shit. But Made in the Abyss, I'm good. Persona is the most children in peril I can handle. Yes. Totally understand. Yes. But I totally understand it. I feel a little different when it comes to games. I'm okay with a sad game experience. Let's see. The art style for Mars First Logistics looks pretty cool. You got to build some shit, which seems fun. It's set on Mars, and you're building rovers to complete tasks. And that seems really fun. That's going to be in early access in a couple weeks. Salt Sea Chronicles. Nah, I didn't really like that one. I mean, I do like an adventure game on a boat is something that does sound appealing to me. The demo for Mars has been fun to see evolve over the past year or so. Nice, yeah. That was a game that I certainly heard of, but I haven't like engaged with. I haven't like checked out. So that is something that I will certainly keep an eye on. Salt Sea Chronicles. I mean, I'm not. I haven't been into adventure games lately as I used to be. That is a genre that I have kind of fallen out of love with, but I really like the vibes of it. I like the art of it. And yeah, it seems nice. So that's nice to see. Now I'm going to tell you about the Wholesome Direct, which was today, and you can find that. You can watch all that if you want. One of the nice things about Day of the Devs and Wholesome Direct is you see a bunch of games and a bunch of developers that are all not white dudes, and that's nice because the Summer Game Fest was a lot of white dudes from various parts of the world, but still lots of white dudes. So it was nice to see, a little bit of different, because the game space is full of lots of different folks. Yes, John, diversity in the games that that are being made. All right, so let's look at what we got here. Again, I'm not going to go through all of these. Pico or Picoey. It's a village that cats live in, and they like tea. And it just seemed cozy as shit. Um, Fantastic Wholesome Direct merch is up on the Yeti right now. Yes, indeed. They got great merch. So you can check that out. Support able gamers, which, you should. You should support able gamers if you can. All right, so let's, we don't have to give this any kind, I'll give the neck a little bit of marker. The head's going to be on there, so we're not going to see it, but I'll give it a little bit there. Athean Rhapsody really stuck out there for me. Oh, yeah, totally. I'm not going to talk too much about Spirit Swap. Alex, who is the lead of the studio, Soft Not Weak, he's a friend of mine, so I don't want to talk too much about Spirit Swap. Lo-Fi Beats to Match 3 to. I kickstarted that game. I'm getting a copy of that game when it comes out. They have a new demo out, which will only be up for the month of June. It is a very queer Match 3 game made by very queer folks. Lots of queer folks. Predominantly queer studio. And predominantly people of color studio from all over the world. Fantastic group of folks who a couple of them I know personally, including my friend Alex, as I said, who is the studio head, because someone had to be the studio head. But yes, they're making a game, and it's a fun Match 3 game with some story and some characters and a lot of heart and good vibes. The very first time I played that demo, the very first demo a long time ago, I was like, I am terrible at this game. And that turns out, oh no, the people that made it just got very good at the game, and they needed to have more people playing it. This demo is definitely more approachable than the first one, so, which is good. Button City Soccer Days looks really cute, but it just seems like a cute soccer game, and I'm not necessarily looking for a cute soccer game. So I didn't really vibe too much with that. But if you are looking for a cute soccer game, then fuck yeah, go for it. Bubblegum Galaxy is probably the most visually striking thing. The thing that if someone's talking about something from the Wholesome, it might be that. It is an adventure game with like tile placement and completing quests. And it's not maybe an adventure game, more a puzzle game. But it's visually, like the colors and the layout, the pixel stuff, looks really nice. That's got a demo out. I thought that was something that I was like, oh yeah, I kind of want to see more about. Also, Bubblegum Galaxy is just a good fucking name for something. So I was into that. Let's see what else we got here. Station to Station is like hey, it's Voxels. Is a train management simulator that looks really nice. And it's fucking Voxels, y'all. It just looks really fun. I don't know. You create your own train stations and you run tracks, and then you run through the trains. And it's, I have added that to my wish list. That is a game that I will definitely try to reach out to people that I'm going to try with small indie stuff to reach out to more, because I'm like, there are a few people out there that make things that reach out to me, which is lovely. And I'm on a few lists to get some games so that I can show them on stream. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to ask. But like, really when it comes down to it is like, I don't know. The thing I always say is, look, I might not have the highest numbers of a streamer, but I have consistent numbers. And also I have a engaged audience. Y'all seem to, at the very least, you humor me. And that is very lovely of y'all. You humor me, and I think that is very kind. That you're like, okay, what's Pat into? Sure, all right. Like, next week, I'm going to play more Sunshine Shuffle. I don't know if that's your vibe. These cute animals that did a bank robbery at one point, now playing poker on the high seas. I don't know if that's your, while ska music plays. I don't know if that's your vibe. I think it's pretty great. We're playing it again next week. Usagi Shima is it's a bunny collecting game. It's a mobile game. Of course, it's a mobile game. It feels a lot like those Neko collecting games, but it's bunnies. And that looked pretty cute. That looked pretty damn enjoyable. So I would say that might be something to keep an eye out if you're looking for some fun and something chill. Flutter Away is a Pokemon Snap style game that looked okay. That looked fine. That's going to be out in August on PC and Switch. Hey, Lord Crashington. I would say Flutter Away looked like a game that should be on Switch, and I'm glad that they're doing that because that seems like a good home for that. There's a farming and crafting game about frogs called Kamaru. Kamaru. A frog refuge. I can't remember how to say it. I watched the demo, but I don't remember how to say the name of it. And that seemed fun. There were a lot of fucking games. We got Henry Halfhead, as I said, from the previous one. Yeah, they pack a lot in here. And some of the stuff was also in the Day of the Devs, which makes sense that some of that would be in Day of the Devs as well. But yeah. So you're going to get some double dip in between Day of the Devs and Wholesome. But they pack in a lot of games, which is why I said I wasn't going to talk about all of them. I know there's some, let's see, Garden Witch Life seemed fun. Henry Halfhead looks like some fun nonsense. Yes, Henry Halfhead feels like a game that I would want to get better at. Like I would play it and have fun, and then I'm like, I'm going to try to get better at this game. Why can't I figure this thing out? Why can't I do this simple task? But the point is that it's hard to do. Lots of farming. That is not new for this show. Let's see. Oh, I got to put a sticker on the back of this, but we'll start by putting a B2 part on the front of it. Let's see. What was the other ones? I'm looking through the big list to see what caught my eye. Hey, if you like your adventure games to have a fox as a main character, Kibu might be for you. But it's like a very chill one. It's a very chill adventure game starring a fox. WrestleQuest is ammo now. Yes. Lord Crash and I did mention earlier that there are a lot of demos out right now on Steam, and you can search by showcase for the demos or trailers on Steam by showcase. You can go and do that look if that's something you want to take a look at. But yeah, there's a lot of demos out there for people to play. Let's see. Unpacking is coming to mobile and tablets. That rules. If you didn't play Unpacking and you were waiting to play it on your, iPad, you'll be able to. That's awesome. So get that shit because you'll be able to. Please play Unpacking. It's a lovely, lovely game. Let's see. Sushi Ben is a VR game that I won't be able to play because I don't have VR. But it's a VR game with an art style that I think looks fucking rad. And it's because it's like a visual novel action game. And I think that is lovely. Very good trailer. tiny bookshop looks like it might end up being sad. I don't know. I just got a vibe that I'm like, is this a sad game or not? But you just have a tiny bookstore, which is fun. And you're trying to interview people and figure out what kind of book they want or need. I think that's fun. But I don't know. There was a little like, oh, this might actually be sad kind of vibe behind it. Another mobile a cat cafe mobile game called Campfire Cat Cafe. I found that I don't like those. They get a little too frantic for my liking. Some people love that shit. It's their bread and butter. Me, I'm not super into it. I'd like to be more into it, but I'm just not. I don't know. This kit is coming together nice, which is why I mentioned the Rengoku, because I knew that this would not be a long, arduous build. It is just coming together pretty great. I think we'll add a little bit of marker here where these two parts meet, just to give it a little definition here. Calico was a very good cat cafe game once I completely abandoned the cafe and just enjoyed the goofy little guys. Yes, sometimes the running the cafe part takes away from the looking at all of the cute animals part, which is like, for me, why I'm there. So it's just like, I don't know. Again, I liked a lot of them. I don't like every one of them, is what I'll say with that. All right, so we got that there. Should we do this part? Yeah, I guess we could do this here. Oh, yeah, the Capybara in a Hot Tub game. That game was very fun. That game did not have a lot going on, but what was going on was very good. So I think that trade-off was fine. Eventually I was like, yeah, I get it. But it was still a good time to play. Those were still good vibes. And then we'll end with Go-Go Town. It's an Animal Crossing-like game. And you can get a sneak peek of it, which is the demo. But yeah. And there was like a bunch of shit really quickly lasted. Y'all, Toby Fox is doing new music for a old ass anime style farming game. Like 90s anime. Hello, says 40. Hope everyone's doing a great day and night. Yeah, I'm having a good time. Thank you, 40. Thanks for being here. We're working on Cinderace, the Pokemon. And we were talking about, we're just wrapping up the Wholesome Direct, which just happened today. Yeah, Fields of Mysteria. Fields of Mysteria has an art style that looks like some Sailor Moonish, Ranma, that 90s style. And again, has there's some romance and stuff, and it has music from Toby Fox, which that sounds fucking rad. I don't know. There's a lot about that. I was just like, this sounds pretty fucking cool. If you ask me, this might be pretty rad. Yeah, that seemed awesome. So, again, Wholesome Direct had a lot. I just gave you like my big thoughts on that. I didn't go through every single game. I will on Monday. We will talk about the Xbox and Starfield event. I do not know if I'm going to be. We'll see. Let's see. We'll look at the schedule here. I do not see. Let's see. I did not watch the Future Game Show. I might watch that later, but I did not watch that today. I will be watching the Xbox thing tomorrow, which is at 10 a.m. Pacific. So that is 1 p.m. Eastern time, which is my time zone. So we got 16 and then 15 is here. Okay. So let's get this together. Let's get this leg done here. I don't think I'm going to watch the PC gaming show after that. I've got some stuff I need to take care of tomorrow, so I don't think I will be doing that after, but I might watch that in the future. Sometimes the PC gaming show is very long, and sometimes the PC gaming show is not great. And sometimes it's trailers I already saw earlier. I have no plans to watch Ubisoft or Capcom, but Capcom, I believe, is only 30 minutes. And Ubi, I do not know how long that is. But I will read on Monday, I will read recaps of those two events so that I can then share my thoughts on Monday. But Monday we'll probably focus on what happened to Xbox during Monday's stream, I should say. We'll focus on the Xbox show because that'll be probably big. PC gaming show can be a weird mix of press conference and late night talk show. Yeah, it just feels like they don't quite know what they want it to be, which is fine, but they should probably start figuring it out. Like at some point, they gotta kind of figure out what they exactly want it to be. But yeah, I'm just not amped up to go watch that. All right, so this is going to go in here. This is going to go in here. That's a 10. This kit gives you a lot of like, hey, this is the angle you want to use for this. This is very helpful as I start to try to figure this out. This is going to slip in like that. Yeah, all right, that seems right. Yeah, okay. And then this slips in. Like that. Yeah, okay. This feels right. I don't know. We'll see once I get it together. We got to put a sticker on a piece. But it's 10 p.m. It's after 10 p.m. So you know what that means. It's time. Once I get this piece out so I can look at it in a second here. It is time for a pause for the cause. It's going to be an opportunity for me to talk to you about ways you can support what I do here. So we'll get into that in just a moment here. Time to curse without bleeping, indeed. Now it's part of the stream where I'm going to tell you about ways you can help me out here. All of the things I'm about to talk about are optional. You have no need or demand. I don't ask of anything of you except for be nice in the chat and hang out and, you know, watch the streams. But if you wanted to help me out, I'm going to tell you about various ways you could do that. First and foremost, you can help me out by subscribing. If you're currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe. If you're a tier 2 subscriber, you get the blue emote, me as a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue. Throw those in chat. Let the people know. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here because you're already on Twitch right now, and you probably have a credit card attached to it, your PayPal attached to it. And you get cool emotes. You don't see ads, which is the number one and two things people don't like about Twitch are ads and the platform itself. But it is a problem. So maybe you want to help me out by becoming a subscriber. I get some money out of that. You could use that with cash money. You could use your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime, you link it with your Twitch. You get that token. You can use it for somebody. How about use it for me? You could also, if you wanted to, gift a sub. If you're already a subscriber, and we'll only see embedded ads less than 3% of the screen. Yeah. If you want to gift a sub like Bobby did today, you could gift a sub to somebody in the community. That would be rad. That would be lovely of you. You could go ahead and do that. You don't have to, but you could. Bits and coins are also always appreciated. You could join Harold in the top of that leaderboard. That's another way to support what I do here. And that's all the ways through Twitch, but there are other ways, and I'm going to talk about them now. I'm going to link you some links. If you're watching this later on YouTube, what's up, YouTube? You can find those in the show description. If you're watching this later on the VOD, just open up chat, and you'll see them right along. I understand. When I watch the VODs on Twitch, I often get rid of the chat because I can't write anything in there, and it's just weird to see people writing things that I can't respond to. When someone makes a comment, I'm like, I actually know the answer to that. I can't tell them the answer. That might just be me, but that's how I feel about it. I have a Patreon, patreon.com/PatBaer. There's a $1, a $3, a $5, and a $10 tier. There are different rewards for the different tiers. That's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. I didn't need that. That is a funny image that I posted on a Discord. I linked my friend Yin Dark made a funny image on a Discord. You can look at that too. It's a wrestling joke. It's a wrestling / video game joke. It's the crosshairs. If you want to click on that tweet from Yin Dark, it's pretty okay. But anyway, I got a Patreon. Join that Patreon. That's not embarrassing. It's just weird. I'm not embarrassed by that. Also, I could go in and delete that post, but I'm not going to. I have a YouTube channel at youtube.com/PatBaer. Watch my videos over there. I get money from ad cents. So if you watch my videos, it does help me out. And also, you could become a member over there. And for $2 a month, you could do that. Help me out. You get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. You would have been able to see on Tuesday one of my best videos that I've put out this year, I think. The ad read, which is just like, I don't know, I think it's the best one of Baerly Rehearsed that I've done. And you could have seen that on Tuesday instead of waiting until Wednesday, like everybody else. Let's see. We got that. Other ways to support me. Those are all monthly ways. But what about a one-time? You could do that through PayPal or Stream Elements or Coffee. And everything I make through direct donations, through YouTube, which includes AdSense, as I said, through Patreon or through Twitch, all goes into a fund, and I buy model kits with that. IGN, they have a store. They had some model kits for sale. That's where I got this kit and the Rengoku that I'll be starting when this kit is done. I got those kits for a pretty good price, with shipping, which was really nice to see. But I bought these kits with the money I got from subscribers of various fields or donations, which is really, really awesome. So thank you very much for that. This is the reason I'm able to do this. Let's see. Now, I have got a backlog of stuff that I'd be happy to build that I'll be working on in the future. But if you'd like to jump that queue, if you want to decide what I build next, the best way to do that is to buy something off my Amazon wish list. I've got a bunch of stuff on there. I've got inexpensive Lego sets. I've got inexpensive model kits. I've got expensive Lego sets. I've got expensive model kits. There's a puzzle, a plastic puzzle of the Granddaddy Gundam that I bet would be shitty to put together. But I got that in there. I got a bunch of different things. Some kits that are actually reasonably priced, which is always nice to see. I'll make a dedicated YouTube video about the thing that you have purchased for me to build, and it'll jump the queue and become the next thing I build, because that's the least I could do for someone that is buying something cool for me to work on. See if there's something there you'd love to see me build on stream that you'd be interested. My birthday's on the 23rd of this month, so consider it a birthday present. That is another way to support what I do. Let's see. That is the wish list. And then I have alternatives. I have a smaller wish list on Throne because it is nice to have alternatives to Amazon. Just nice to be out there with an alternative. So you can go to Throne, or you could go to USA Gundam Store, buy a gift card, send me a DM or a whisper here on Twitch, or a DM on Twitter, as I should say, with that gift card code that you get in your email, and I'll buy something for USA Gundam Store. It is nice to have alternatives, even if almost everyone, no one has ever bought anything for me from Throne. And I've only had like 2 times where people have bought stuff or bought a gift card to USA Gundam Store. But I like having alternatives to Amazon. It is nice to have an alternative, but that is where almost exclusively all of my stuff that I have built on stream has come from. Excuse me. And then also there's a weird category of like friends of mine being like, I bought a bunch of Lego because of the pandemic and I don't want this Lego in my house anymore. Do you want this Lego? That's like 3 times that's happened in my life. It was pretty great every time that happened. Let's see. So that's all the ways there. If you want to support me for free, join my Discord. I did get my name at Discord. My username across all Discords is now going to be my name, Pat Baer, which I'm very happy about. I was afraid someone was going to snipe that name, But luckily, no one did, because that would have been a bummer. A couple of video links for you to check out. Hey, check out this week's Pat Bear's Anime Club. It is about 4 cute shows that are out this season. This season has a lot of action, a lot of sadness, but it also has some very cute shows. And I talked about 4 of them. And then after I shot the video, I was like, damn, there's a show I should have talked about that I didn't. So I mentioned it in the description. And then Baerly Rehearsed, I already teased this as being, I already teased this as being like the best one I've done this year. How Baerly Rehearsed works, if you're unfamiliar, is I write a piece of comedy and then I practice it several times and then record it. It's no improv. It is none of it's off the cuff. It is all stuff that I'm working on, and I promise that at the very least it is barely rehearsed. And this one, the ad read, is a podcaster making an ad read and reading off a bunch of side effects, and it is a funny list sketch that I think turned out pretty great. So check that out. I think you'll like it. I at least enjoyed it making it. All right, so we've got some anime to talk about. I have to drink some water, and then let's continue working on Cinderace here. We'll probably complete Cinderace in the next 45 minutes or so. But first, I do need to drink some water, so I'm going to do that right now, and we'll dramatically transition back to the overhead. Here we go. All right. Well, now let's talk about some anime, and I'm going to get this sticker situation put on here. We got 4 stickers left. We're going to apply one of them right now. This is sticker 5. My love story with Yamada-kun at level 999. This is episode 11 of 13. Things are still not necessarily moving in the direction we'd like to see, which is getting Akane and Yamada to admit their feelings and to start dating. We are not there yet. We are, however, interacting with a bunch of different characters and trying to figure some shit out. Momo, the friend that is not a gamer, the only non-gamer in this show, comes visit Akane, who's recovering from illness, and is convinced that Yamada is in love with Akane. She is convinced. She's like, nope, Yamada, his behaviors, how he talks to you, this dude is definitely into you. A love connection is happening here. Akane plays more of the video game that the MMO they all mean there, and Tsubaki, who is the Yamada's childhood friend, who we know has a crush on Yamada but waited too long to approach him. They hang out. And they're trying to like work together on this boss and maybe like become more friends or friendlier. Tsubaki is like, I joined FOS for a selfish reason. She doesn't say what that is, but we can pretty much guess she joined so that she could spend more time with Yamada and maybe, see what's up. Akane calls Yamada, so they're on the phone in this episode asking for hints about the boss. And Akane says a real cute thing to Yamada. Like, just like a lovely, cute thing. She's just like, she's like, I enjoyed hearing your voice. And then she hung up. She hung up because she got embarrassed. But she was just like, hey, I like hearing you. I like hearing your voice. And it's just like, I don't know. It was just real cute. It was just a real cute moment in this series of lots of cute moments. Okay, so this needs to go like this. And then this is going to go like this. I'm not sure how these ankles are. There we go. Because this is like fur, but it looks like it's supposed to be a handkerchief. You know what I mean? Because this is a sporty bunny. Great. Okay, and then we'll build a foot. It's just really cute moment. Then we see Momo again because Akane Akane is still hung up on her ex-boyfriend. Like, all of this starts because she got dumped. She got into the game to hang out with her ex-boyfriend, or to hang out with her boyfriend at the time, and then he dumped her, and she's just kind of still she feels like she hasn't really actually gotten over him. And then they get a bunch of random dudes show up, just some fucking dudes. Show up that Momo knows from a group date, and they suck. And then Eita, who is happens to be a waiter at the cafe. Eita, that Yamada's childhood friend, who is not interested in him, as far as we know, but is there to be a friend and also a knowledgeable gamer friend. We're gonna put the stickers here on the bottom of this foot, even though you'll never see that. We'll know that there should be some fun stickers on the bottom of this foot, so we're gonna do it again, even though no one will see these little stickers. Also, this is a great place to mess up a sticker. If you're gonna fuck up a sticker, if you're gonna mess it up, this is the spot to do it, because you won't see them. Let's see. So Eita saves the day, and then Momo is jealous because Eita is an attractive guy. But Akane has something that she needs to ask Eita about, which I assume is going to be Yamada, because we have 2 more episodes left in the show. So next week is where things go wrong before the following week when they go right, or possibly in the right direction, ? Who knows? I really love this series. Akane is a fun lead. I think this show relies too heavily on scenarios created by Akane having an injured foot or being sick. I think that the mangaka, because it's based on a manga, could have been a little bit more creative in the fun ways that they try to get our characters together. But overall, it is still a very enjoyable series, so I would recommend it. And we said, got 2 more episodes. This is a 13-episode series, which is nice. This was episode 10 of Otaku Elf of 12. So all 3 of my Friday Saturday shows are going to wrap up at the same time because they're all these 2 are 12s, but they started a week later. Otaku Elf. This was probably the weakest episode of the show because it was just like, hey, you remember all these characters? Let's see what they're up to. It felt like kind of meandering. Like, not that the show has a deep plot, but it was just like, let's just check in with everybody and see how they're doing. Elda wakes up, our main elf, wakes up every day at 10 a.m., She plays games. She tries to avoid people. She performs some shrine duties because she is there to work in the shrine as their goddess. And then she gets scolded, for not working that hard. And then let's see, Yord. Yord is trying to avoid. Koito is like, hey, all you do is a couple things and then you stay up all night playing video games. I think that's sad. We visit with Yord and Himari, Miko, and they talk about some food. And they're like, hey, we want to, what are we going to do the next time that we go and hang out with Elda? And they do discuss if they should get rid of their Osaka dialects. Because maybe they seem like hicks. And then Yord tries to practice, because that's how she learned Japanese. She tries to practice that style, and it doesn't come off well. I gather, because I did not realize that I did realize they had an Osaka accent. I did not recognize, when Yord was trying to not have that. That is a subtlety that I did not pick up on. Osakan is sometimes when dubbed, they sometimes have a southern accent or a Brooklyn accent, depending. Osaka is from Azuma Godayo is from Osaka. Uh, we've talked about Osaka before here on stream. But yeah, that basically they're like kind of the country bumpkins, but also where comedy the place in Japan that loves comedy the most is Osaka. So it's got a weird kind of it's known for a few different things. Let's see. We got Isuzu is excited that she's going to finish her because she's the one that loves taking photos of, and so she's like, my 200th book is almost done, but I need a cover for it of Hari. But she needs a special photo of it. Let's see. Also, because Haria has a gambling problem. She has a garden, but the garden is just vegetables they can eat and like herbs because their grocery budget goes out the window, which is is supposed to be played for laughs, but I was like, oh, that's sad. So it didn't work. It didn't work as funny for me. Let's see. And then Haria takes a selfie of them. And that ends up becoming the new album cover because it means a lot. Even if it's amateurish, it means a lot. And that's very cute. That was a lovely, cute little moment. Yeah. Then we go back to Koto, who starts working at 5 in the morning because she has to do a bunch of chores before she goes to school. And she always tries to wake up Elda. And then after school, she works the shrine's visitor shop for a while and performs some duties with Elda, and then she spends time with Elda before she goes to bed at 11, and then Elda games for 5 more hours. So it's just like a look at all these characters that we met. Again, not the most, not that a lot of action happens in the show, but this is really just like, hey, let's look in at like the characters we've seen, and a couple of those characters we don't see all the time anyway. So it did feel a little like, all right. It didn't get me going in a way that this show has in other episodes. I thought I would describe it as being a totally fine episode, but it was episode 10 of 12, so I would have liked a little bit more. Another episode that was kind of a show that kind of was just like pretty chill but still good was 2Q Crisis. This episode 2Q Crisis was again episode 10 of 12. We're getting to the stretch here. This one was like a focused one, but it was really fun. It was a really fun episode. And unlike other episodes of the show, it did just focus on a couple characters where it normally jumps around between characters. This one focused on Lisa, our main alien, who is a follower of a white cat that is a celebrity named Shorami. And the owner, Akaneko. Akaneko has like a celebrity cat, but for whatever reason, she likes Lisa's social media about her cat, which is not good. And they both respect and like each other, and they learn from each other. Like, it's kind of the whole episode is them learning about that. Also, these two cats immediately become friends. And if you want to see cats be friends, this is a great episode for that. Yozora and Shiramori immediately become friendly and accidentally take a selfie together, which is very funny because they're just regular cats. But that is very fucking cute, like unbelievably cute. How they just hang out. But it is like Lisa kind of starts to understand how to take better pictures, although this alien that is like very capable, for whatever reason, when it comes to taking a photo, suddenly she is like very nervous, which is pretty cute and fun. That she's so nervous. So that's something I like to see. And then Akaneko is she's because like her cat got so popular, she's kind of lost the joy in taking photographs of the cute cat, and she kind of learns to just relax a little bit more, which is really fun, and just kind of live in the moment and be a little bit more carefree, which is a very nice thing. And again, like I said, this episode was very focused. It was focused on these characters and not other things that were happening and other people. And I thought that was a nice change of pace. But it was, at the very least, we had two animated cats that suddenly were just like, yeah, we can be friends, sure. And you got to see cute cats. Oh, I forgot the fact that several times they're wearing fun hats. So if you like cute cats and fun hats, this is a good episode of that. But in general, Two Cute Crisis is very good. This is just a very good series. It comes with a high recommendation from your friend Pat Baer. That's me. That's who I am. And that's the anime I've been watching. There will be a live Pat Baer's Anime Club. I believe that is what date is that going to be? That is going to be Tuesday, the 27th of June. It'll be the summer wrap-up, was it spring wrap-up / summer preview? That's right. It was spring wrap-up / summer preview. Because, we'll get into that. So we'll talk about all the shows that I've been watching that I haven't been talking about weekly, and then all the other shows that I've been into. And then we'll also get into... Oh, that's your birthday, Jeff. Nice. Well, yeah, Tuesday the 27th, I'll be doing a live Pat Baer's Anime Club. It'll be a Tuesday stream, a bonus stream. So no model kits that night. Just talking about anime. And then we'll preview the next season. There's some good shit coming out. And we'll be able to talk about that. And then also, that's going to... And then that'll go out the next Monday. It'll go out to everybody else. That's going to be my 100th Pat Baer's Anime Club video. I did not plan for that to be a live one, but I'm very happy that it is. I think that's really fun. It just worked out that way. The 100th will be one with viewers watching. So that's neat. I also know what my next Pat Baer's Anime Club video is going to be. That it won't be this coming Monday, but the following Monday. I'm going to double check, make sure my dates are right for that. Because I did one for that month, the 19th, and then the 3rd. Yes, so I do know what the next one's going to be. It is a recommendation of someone who was like, hey, can you do an update on a video you did before? Because some information has changed. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea. So I'll do that. I'm not going to say what that video is, but it should be a pretty quick one and a good update. So we are almost done with this. Now is the part of the stream where I want to hear from you. You playing any of these demos? I haven't played a single demo. I've downloaded a few of them, but I haven't played a single demo. You playing any of these Summer Game Fest demos? What video games you playing? You watching any TV? You see Spider-Man? No spoilers, of course. But if you saw, you saw the Spider-Man movie or something else, you watched a documentary you thought was great. I want to hear from you, chat. What are you watching right now? What are you into? What's got you psyched? I'll tell you, it's just fucking Diablo 4, buddy. It's just Diablo 4. I'm just playing lots of Diablo 4. My Necromancer is in the mid-20s right now. High 20s. I was in the mid-20s. I'm now in the high... I can't remember the number. I think I'm level 28, 29. I can't remember. I'm doing good. I got a good build right now with my Necromancer where I do damage and then make more corpses by doing damage, not by killing, which I didn't think was good, but people kept telling me this is the way to go, Pat. This is what you should be doing, and they were right. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. There are too many side quests. I love it. I need to stop doing so many side quests and start doing more of the acts and moving on. But I am just so into the side quests, even if they are repetitive, even if it's just like go over here, go to this dungeon, kill this many of these things. Hey, go into this house, going down to the basement. It's only one of like a couple different styles of basement. You got to kill this person, decided to hang out to side with the demons, and you got to kill them. Or oh, this person was taken over by a demon. You got to kill them. Or it's a demon. You got to kill them. It's like, okay, I'll do that. I tried with the keyboard. Oh, no, sorry. I tried with the controller. I'm a mouse and keyboard guy for this game. That's how I like to do it. I'm doing mouse and keyboard for this game. That's what feels right. Jeff says season 3 of I Think You Should Leave dropped recently. Very absurd, very good. Yes, I wish it was a little bit longer, but also that's fine. I think it's still a good ass show. But yeah, I mean, I guess I wish I could watch more of it. Lord Crasher says, I played Diablo 4, and I've gotten to the point where I need a guide since I've run into a boss that just wears my druid out. Yeah, sometimes it's a guide. It might be that you've got to respec and go a certain route to cheese it, or there's just a combination that you're just not hitting, or you got to grind for gear. I don't know. It could be a bunch of different things. Aristovan stopped doing side quests. Focus on the story. Getting close to the end at level 46. Hell yeah. I'm taking my sweet ass time with this shit because I don't really need it for co-op. So I know I'm going to be running this shit for a very long time. So I'm just kind of savoring it as my big game. Lashbrick says, just been playing Street Fighter 6. Finally watched the Baer, which was good, but the end was weird. I have not seen the Baer. You'd think I would, but I haven't. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying Street Fighter. I enjoy watching people play Street Fighter. Loading Ready Run, who are a very fun collective, full of nice people, some of whom I am friends with, and I have been on their streams before. They're doing a thing. They haven't named the show, but they're doing some bonus streams with like Adam and Ben, who are more seasoned, and then some new people coming through who are less, which is really fun. They're working on a name for the series. Right now it's just bonus streams, but it has been fun to watch them, and also they've been playing in lobbies with viewers, which is very cool and neat. So I want to do like this, getting ready to kick. Oh, I can do. I'm kicking a fireball. This is a fun little scene that I've made here. That's cute. I think this is lovely. John says, been playing through Disgaea 4 and my Persona 3 portable playthrough, watching episodes of Wild Arms, and still getting through Victory Gundam. Victory Gundam, yeah, I would say getting through Victory Gundam is a fine way to look at that. I liked Victory Gundam, but I understand why some people don't. Aristofan says, my wife also picked it up. Might do co-op with a different character. Hell yeah, Aristofan. Get some co-op in. That won't be me, but I'm glad that might be you. All right, I'm going to get an action shot. And then I'm going to just get a top-down view. This is Cinderace. We're done with Cinderace. Cinderace came together real well. Getting the leg out of this fucking thing isn't great. But other than that, Cinderace came together real well. It's a real fun little kit. It's just like a fun sports friend. I'm going to take the tail off for the top-down photograph, but we'll get a top-down photograph here. I love the fireball, the inclusion. I think that is a neat, fun choice. But I'm just going to take a photo like this as well. And then we're going to get started on Rengoku. Kyojuro Rengoku from Demon Slayer, our fun fire friend. I did not, when I bought these two kits together, I did not pick these up because this was a fire type Pokemon and he is a fire style user. That was not the reason why I did this. I picked them up because they were both pretty reasonably priced together, and it was about the amount I wanted to spend with shipping on sale. And I paired them together because I knew that we would be done before the stream was over if I just did this and the car. So I put them together. But yeah, that's built. Put that aside. It's a fun little friend. And then we got our friend here, Rengoku. We've got a lot of interesting parts for this. So I'm going to kind of put these here on my shelves. Get these together. Just kind of organize them. as best I can here as we prepare to work on this kit. E, F, and G go down there. Beautiful. I love that this is not a sticker, that I did not have to apply the sticker. Like, it's gorgeous. Again, the cape is beautiful. These eyes are not, oh my God, the eyes are not stickers, y'all. I didn't have to do this. I'm so glad I didn't have to do these eyes and these eyebrows. That's so nice. They're so expressive, and I didn't have to do that. Oh, beautiful. You love to see it. It being a thing that I didn't have to do. Oh, so nice. All right, we'll get that together. Okay, because there's no D1 and 2, C. There's no B. I think this is B, technically. So that's weird. So we'll do D over here. Great. Got everything together. Maybe these are B. I don't know. These were out separate. Lovely looking. The hair extensions. The hair is gorgeous. All the parts of the hair are beautiful. We got a lot of fucking stickers for this kit. This kit's got goddamn stickers at the wazoo. The Hayori. This cape is a Hayori. But I'm just going to call it cape. Bangs. The different parts. The sticker. This is a very detailed kit. I'm glad that I am building it. I'm excited to work on it. It is very detailed. I'm just going to break down this box here. This was the box for Cinderace. I'm not going to keep the box. I'm going to break this case down. Cinderace. I think this is going to take all of next stream plus, but we'll get started tonight on it, because why not? But we'll get Rengoku started here. Great instructions. I was about to say ingredients. That's a weird thing for me to say. We got some color here. Putting her all together. Looks rad. Starting here. I don't love this where it's just like, do this part. Like, I understand why this is going to be me putting stickers on here. I don't love that this is so heavy on me putting stickers on there. I'm just not a big fan of that, but whatever. What are you going to do? It's okay. We are going to build a head here first. So we'll get that started. But yeah, the uniform has a lot of fucking stickers on it. These kits are definitely due. I think assembly of these kits is totally like something that, younger folks can do. But as far as, like, the sticker part of it, like, no. It's not for everybody. Immediately, speaking of stickers, we're starting with a sticker. We need E1, which is the mouth. Got to get our mouth sticker on. So our mouth sticker, this is the flat side, so it's going to go on here. And we immediately start with a sticker, which is a little tough for the end of the stream. But Rengoku needs a mouth. Gotta have that mouth. All right. Whoop. So this goes like that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hold putting the sticker on for a second. I'm going to try to put this into the face so I can see where it needs to, where it actually needs to be. Like that might be helpful. This is going to go into D2. This might be a silly idea, but I think this might help me. What I don't want to do is put these parts together and then have the sticker be wrong. All right, so that's going to go in like that. So I know that's there. And then this folds in, this pops in over here. So, okay, so. Oops. This sticker might not be super noticeable, but I think if it's just white there and not this color, it's going to look real weird. So I do want to apply it here. Of all the parts that I wish were a piece of plastic, a colored plastic and not a sticker, it is probably this one that I wish was a sticker or a plastic and not a sticker because. All right. I think that's right. Now I'm going to put the face on and we'll see. Nope, that's not right. It's actually this part here, I think. Sorry that I'm getting quiet. This is just a very tiny sticker that I want to get right. So I apologize that I'm getting a little quiet here. Okay. Now, let's see if that's right. That is great. Okay. I don't even think. Whoop. Come on. Autofocus. Autofocus. There we go. I don't even know if you can see that sticker, but. Oh, yeah, you can because it's a little off. I didn't do it perfect. But then it looks like teeth. So great. There's just a little pink sticker there in the mouth. Need an overlay called sticker mode for when the few times it pops up. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'll just click a button and you know that I'm deep in sticker business. Anyway, you're probably going to see a little white in there because I didn't do it quite perfect, but then that can look like teeth, and I think that's fine. No one's going to be looking at this kit like this anyway, like real close. So that's totally okay. All right, we got that done. That was a little nerve-wracking. So now what's the next part of this? The neck. Got to get the neck going. Sticker mode, sicko mode's more frustrating cousin, indeed. Also, I got to remember, because Cinderace did not require me to use tools, that I need tools again, because I can probably pop these out, but why would I? Maybe I don't need tools for this, but I'm going to use them. I'm going to treat this more like a figure-rise kit and less like an entry-grade kit. I'm so glad I didn't have to do these. I would have definitely messed that up. All right, and then I need this part of the hair. Oops. There's this part of the hair here. Again, I'm using my tools instead of just farting around. So then this is going to go like this so that the hair can build off of it. Is that right? Or does it go like that? Yeah, I guess I just... This does not fit in. This does not feel like it fits in, but I think that's because the other part has to go in and clip on top of it. So this doesn't feel good here. It feels loose, but I think that's because the other parts have to go in sit on top of it, and then it will feel better. I think. We'll find out. All right, so... Oh, wait. That's because this is 2 parts connected. Duh. Okay. There's a little line. There's a little line that goes from here to here, and I did not recognize that line. I did not look far enough ahead. So this is... I was like, why won't C27 fit in there? It's because it's actually C27 and C12 combined together. So that's why it did not fit well in there. It makes a lot of fucking sense. That's why towards the end of streams, I'm not always great at doing this. Because I haven't always figured out exactly what I need to do. It's not the right part. We'll just do this and we'll probably... We'll do like the back hair, and we'll probably call it quits there because I am definitely feeling a lot out of sorts, and that's not good. That's not a good feeling to have when you're working on small parts that you don't have replacements for. Generally, I'd recommend not feeling weird while you're doing it. Obviously, if you're just building at home, you just take a break. You work on something else. Jump to another part of the kit. I don't do that much on these streams. I don't jump to other parts of the kits and just work on something else. But when I'm doing for just my home builds, that is something I often do. Obviously, you can't do that with Lego, but you can do that with model kits where you're just like, I'm just going to build the feet because I bet the feet are really easy to build. And that'll be a nice thing I could just knock out and get it done. I do recommend that. But I do often go in order here for model kits because I think that's the way to go. All right. Doesn't have a forehead because that's a lot of parts. But we'll call that there. Rengoku's head is now partially built. I'm not even going to take a photo of this. Because it's so weird. It's such a weird thing to take a photo of right there. So we'll just get that started on Monday. We'll continue this kit here. Unchan was terrible at operation as a kid. You know what? It is a pretty good mullet. You're not wrong. It's a pretty great mullet, except for the top of the head not being there. Unchan says, I got real anxiety if I'm trying to place small stickers or handle really tiny things that are hard to connect together. End up taking 15-minute break afterwards. Yes, it's always good to take a break, my friends. I recommend it. So we're just going to put this in there. So yeah, we're not going to take a photo at the end of that. We'll just have our other photos that we took. Because we did finish the Lamborghini Countach, and we did completely build Cinderace. And then Kyojuro Rengoku, we're going to get real deep into working on for the next stream. So thanks everybody for joining me tonight. I hope you had a good time. I had a great time model kit building and hanging out with all of you. We are going to go on a raid. That is how we end every stream around here. We're going to go find somebody doing cool shit out there that we want to go spend a little bit of time with and support them. So please come along in this raid. Sometimes y'all don't, and that's okay. You don't have to. I do apologize. Occasionally I go on a raid, and it's someone who's finishing up the stream. I try to figure that out ahead of time, if they're wrapping up or not, so that we can go and actually hang out with someone that's for a while. And thank you, Jeff. You have a good night, too. And also, I do promise that while I'm not always active in chat because I'm doing other things like starting to upload the archive and whatever, I am watching. So I do want to make sure that people know that I am hanging out. Who do we want to go hang out with? Who's doing stuff right now? Let's go. We have not rated Matt Wiggins in a while. Matt is currently showing photos of his dog, and I don't know why. It says there might be too much Mass Effect Andromeda, so I think he's supposed to be playing Mass Effect Andromeda. But right now, there's photos of his dog, and so we want to get in on that action. So let's go raid Matt. He's only been streaming for an hour and a half, so he should be going for a while. Feel free to come along in this raid. Come back on Monday as I get real into Rengoku. It's going to be a fucking fun build. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your night, a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good one. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.